morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Back to this job. I'll tell you, my days went off. My days off went by so fast. Oh my God. It feels like I didn't even have any days off. But I didn't do anything with my days off either, so I didn't do anything. Just freaking slewed around. That's all I did. Didn't do nothing. It is such a foggy day out here. It's disgusting. I hate it. The weather sucks. But I had a decent night, y'all. I went out to Wawa last night, got me a tuna fish sub because, like I said, I still have not. I gotta go down to go get my food stamps soon because I need to stop spending money on food, right? We'll get some chicken legs or something from ShopRite. Good morning, Rhonda. How you doing? How are you? Happy Tuesday, everybody. On my way back to work. It's a dreadful day. It's like foggy. I hope it's not like this all day. I hope the sun shines today. Hoping the sun shines. I ran out the house. Yeah, I ran out the house a little bit early. It's like 7 o'clock, so that's way too early for me. But I wanted to get out the house before everybody got up and got in the way. So I'm gonna get some coffee. And one of the girls is leaving the house, so I guess it was too negative for her. She just moved out. She's moving out Friday, so. Yeah, I got a good rest last night. I feel like I didn't because I got up early and I was just laying around in bed. I've been up since like 1, 2 o'clock. So I kind of was like couldn't sleep. The one girl in the house kept texting me like at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, girl, I'm resting. I don't want to see your texts. So she was just texting, trying to talk about one of the other girls in the house, and I'm just kind of like, you're leaving, so why do you even care anymore? You know what I mean? Just go ahead and leave and just leave everything, leave it alone. But everything in the house is okay. I think the lady took her son to the pediatrician yesterday, and of course, she's not going to tell me what's happened. You know what I mean? It's none of my business. Because somebody came on one of my videos yesterday. I guess people are really watching they're really listening in, even on my live streams. People be listening to the whole thing, and I'll be like, oh my God, thank you. Thank y'all for like listening and listening to the ads, and it helps me, right? It helps me. So I see my analytics, and people are really listening to my entire live stream. And most of my live streams are like an hour, 2 hours long. So the way that people reply in the comments, you can tell that they're really listening to the lives. Like after I'm done live, they miss the live, but they actually really go back and they listen to the whole live stream because the things that I'm talking about, they're responding to what the video is about. And the only way you can respond to certain questions that you're going to ask me is you listen to the whole stream. So people are really listening to my live streams. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Um, so somebody came in the live stream yesterday, like after hours, in the middle of the night, somebody left me a comment. And it wasn't really a nasty comment, but somebody was like, do you know anything about medical, like HIPAA? HIPAA is laws, privacy laws. And I said, yeah, I know about that. I think everybody knows about, any adult should know about HIPAA. So, like medical records and all that, medical confidentiality. And I said, yeah, I'm not thinking that the mom is going to come back and tell me all this stuff with her son. She just was saying in the house yesterday, she was like, oh, he's okay. She was saying something about his diet or something. So I'm like, good. I'm glad it's nothing like traumatizing going on with the little boy, because that was scary. When I heard him crying like that, I was pissed off. I'm ready to take him to the hospital myself, but I don't know what her and the pediatrician talked about. It's not really even my business to figure that out because she ain't going to, if anything deep is going on with him, she ain't going to tell me. It's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? But it is my business to report something. When a child seems like they're in distress, I'm going to jump up and act. She's moving out because most of the girls don't like her. Because the main chick, I told you about the girl that follows me, that be in the hallway, right? The creeper, right? The girl that creeps around she's like the ringleader of all the drama, and they don't like each other. So that's why she wants to leave, because they're both kind of have kind of like the same personality as being a leader. So The girl that creeps around in the hallway, the one that I told you about how I felt in the beginning when I moved in, I told you about this specific girl. She's like, she wants to be in charge of everything. She feels like she's the boss, you know what I'm saying? So her and that other girl started bumping heads because the new girl came in like, basically, why are you able to sit on the couch all day and everybody else is going back and forth to work and doing what they have to do? Why are you flopping? And I agree with that. So that girl said it to her. Like, they got into a little verbal going back and forth. So they really kind of don't like each other. But she sees the dynamic in the house. She sees that the other girls are probably scared of her. I'm not scared of her, but the other girls are a little afraid of her. So she's probably like, I'm out of here. So she's moving back. She's moving somewhere with her family or something like that. Me and her were cool, but sometimes I see, like, she okay, but I still don't trust her either. But this is a whole bunch of drama with the girls, and she wants to leave. So I'm like, well, that's best for you. You do what you have to do. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? You don't want paying rent. If you don't want to pay the rent here no more, that's on you. So if there's a vacancy, they're going to get another girl in there. And here we go again. When another girl comes in, everybody going to be sitting there watching her like a hawk, because they still, like, I'm still, I would say I'm still new. I've been there about a month or so. So they watch me, and I watch them too. It's not just a one-way watch. I'm watching you too, darling. But just messy, 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 messy. Like, same mess that go on at work, same stuff that go on in this house. And it's sad because we're all in a situation in our lives that we need support, because obviously we don't have family helping us, because if we had family, we probably wouldn't be living in a house like that, like traditional housing, because most of the people came from, like, shelters and stuff, and they're trying to start back their, like, reboot their life again. So we all should be kind of being nice and helpful to each other, because we all kind of in the same kind of mode. So, but some people still like drama and stirring up stuff, and it's a lot of drama in there with the girls. It really is. I see a lot of stuff that's not fair, but I'm not saying nothing. Like I said, I'm stacking my money, stacking my bread up, and I'm getting out of there as soon as I can. I'm gonna go to apartments.com today when I'm at work and just start looking. If I can find a little studio or something for like 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 a month, I could do that, because I had to pay my rent yesterday. So it was funny because we had a house meeting. So when we have a house meeting, we all pay the bills together. Like, it's like a team. Like, we all collect the money. When we have our house meetings on Monday, we all collect the money. We all pay the bills, water bills, electric bills. We all pay it with the funds that we have. So the funds that we have together as roommates, right? So one of the girls yesterday, first of all, when the meeting, they all came. Two of them came in late, talking about, oh, I'm here, I'm there. So you're not being responsible. So if you're not at a meeting, you could be in trouble for that. Like, if you're not responsible for the things in this house. So I'm taking my notes. I'm writing down who was late, what date you was late, because if y'all ever come in my face and say, oh, we're gonna have to charge you, because you could get charged for certain things. Like, if you're not doing your chore, if you're not doing stuff, they're gonna fine you for it. So that's the house rules. That's how you can get yourself in trouble. So nobody wants to pay money. So two of the girls was late to the meeting yesterday. They came to the meeting like 6:30. I thought that was crazy, because now the meeting is stretched later because these two girls are late. But if that was me being late, they probably would have charged me, or I probably would have been penalized for it. But these two other girls, nothing's happening with them, that they were 30 minutes late for a meeting. They both should be charged, but they're not going to do that. They were late for the meeting, and they didn't have their rent. They didn't have their money order for rent. She was like, oh, the banks are closed. And I said, okay, well, I went to 7-Eleven, and I normally go to the post office. But since yesterday was President's Day, I didn't go to the post office to get my rent. I had to go to 7-Eleven. And even when I went to 7-Eleven yesterday, I went to 7-Eleven, gave him my debit card. He was like, oh, no, for money orders, all we do is take cash. And I was like, damn. So I had to leave 7-Eleven, and I don't like going to 7-Eleven at all to do anything. So I had to leave 7-Eleven, go to Wawa Mac machine, or go to my bank Mac machine, get some money, pay my rent. Boom. She comes back with all the excuses of why she didn't get her money order. She's like, oh, I'll get it tomorrow. I was like, well, why didn't you get it when you was staying at your family's house? They do allow us to stay out for 3 days. We can stay out for 3 consecutive days and still have our bed and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things. Certain people just get away with so much, and some certain other people can't do it. Like, they can get away with certain things, but this person can't do it. So, but I just be minding my business. I just be like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. You doing, oh, wait, okay. You doing it that way? All right. There's no order. Everybody's just kind of doing whatever the hell they want. She's moving out. Why? Shelters equal police. I hope you get your policing. Yeah, soon enough. I hope so too. I mean, everything's moving quite slowly. Everything about like my place is money. It's just money that's holding me back. You know, it's finances. So, and it's hard to build money up when you got to work 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different jobs. I'm doing stuff online too. Like I'm trying to get into affiliates, like putting affiliate links under my videos and stuff. Because, you know, YouTube wants you to sell stuff too, like TikTok do. They want you to sell. And I'm doing all that. Like, I'm getting paid from YouTube. But YouTube is not a lot of money. It's money, but it's not a lot. Thank God. Once a month, I could get a couple dollars from YouTube, which is nice to see. I'm not complaining. But you got to hustle even on social media to make extra money. You got to hustle for that. So any extra time I have, of course, I'm on there trying to put my videos out. But I'm making content that's real stuff. This is not any facade or fake things that I'm doing on my channel. I'm talking about my life. So, and people are interested in that. So, you never know what someone's interested in, right? So, and I just talk about my real life, like my situation and living in traditional housing, um, transitional housing, staying in a shelter, going through an eviction. And some people try to come here and throw shade saying, oh, ain't nobody gonna rent to you. Like somebody will rent to me once they see money. Money speaks louder than words. Like you can have 10 evictions. If you come in with some money and show how you able to make that money, them landlords don't be caring, especially the private landlords. I'm really gonna be more so looking for private landlords, looking to see if they can help me. Because if I go the other way, corporate landlords or whatever, most of them see eviction, even though my eviction was 2 years ago. Like I could still find a place. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be somebody out here. I could find somebody in their house to rent their room like I'm doing now. I could do the same thing. So, but just telling my story online, and I want to go into affiliates. Like I want to go into Amazon and sell, see what I can do to sell, because there's so many different ways that you can make money online that you don't even have to go into a physical location. Like I really don't want to go to a physical location to have a second job. Like I really don't want to do that. I don't even want to go to my job today because I'm just so sick of corporate America and just working for people. The stuff that go on at work, the bullying, the stuff that and the bad and sad part is a lot of the bullying and everything is coming from management. Management know that they're managers and they can do stuff and they can get away with a lot of things. And they know most people at work are scared for their jobs. They're scared that they have rent to pay. They're scared they got a car payment. So they bully you and they get away with a lot of this crap and they just get away with it. So that's what I'm sick of in working in corporate America. So I'm doing things. I don't say everything that I'm doing, but it's a lot of things being done behind the scenes for myself to better my situation. But I don't talk about certain things until it's done. You know what I'm saying? When I have this, I'll tell y'all. When I have that, I'll let y'all know. But right now, I'm trying to get out the workforce, and I'm not really trying to get a second job to work in another building because now I have my regular job. I deal with a lot of drama over there, and if I go to a new place, being a new person, you know how they watching you when you're a new person. It's just a lot of drama, and I'm so tired of it. But you know, there's not much I can do about it. I have to withstand. You know what I'm saying? I gotta endure. I have to endure, and that's it. I pray before I do anything. Like I wake up in the morning, just pray to God for protection over my life because people really be doing the most, and they really be wanting it. They be out for blood. Like people are demonic, you know. And it's a lot of drama at my job. You know, it's more drama there, over stuff going on over there. People just being mean and nasty, and we all out here trying to pay our bills to make a way. It's hard enough out here, but you got those people that just like to stir the pot all the time. You got people that want to stir the pot. They love stirring up drama and keeping things going, and most of that comes from management, which is really sad. So these are like everyday things that people out here are going through at work every day, and it's super duper stressful. And then imagine having two jobs. You got to deal with stuff at this job, then you got your second job. It's trash, it's crap going on over there too. It's crazy. But what can you do? Because if you speak up about it, you are considered to be the problem. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, we're not talking to her because she's doing this. So you're considered to be the outcast, and I've been the outcast most of my life, but you're pointed they point as you as the drama person. Oh no, she's starting drama, we can't mess with her. and I don't be at the job spilling all my beans, like telling all my business and all this stuff. That's what they want at work. They want you to tell all your business. They want you to sit there and smile like a computerized machine and act like, oh no, everything's fine over here. So thank you. I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate you guys because y'all really be going, like, watching my videos, like, watching my live streams. Like, y'all really be running it up. Like, afterwards, after my live stream, so many people come in my inbox and leave me messages. People are really listening in on what I'm saying. Like, because you can tell people are listening to what I'm saying because they'll go into the video and they'll say, they'll map out bits and pieces of things that I said in the video. And they'll be like, oh, this, and that. So I'll be like, oh, thank y'all. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. There's so many people at Wawa. I should have got up this morning and made coffee, and I didn't. I fell back to sleep and then woke up again. I've been up since like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, just kind of tossing and turning, putting out videos, looking at my YouTube stuff. Just my mind just be going, child. And sometimes I need for my mind to slow down, and sometimes it just won't. And I just be like struggling with my mind. Like, it's too much going on, man. It is too much going on. Too much going on. And one of my messy sisters gonna text me yesterday talking about, oh, you got some mail at so and so house. I said, I did officially change my address where I'm at now. So I was like, whatever's there, you could just trash it because it's not anything that I think I really need. So, but she texted me yesterday like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, how you think I'm doing? I don't have my family behind me. I'm not doing so great. Like, I'm doing good, but I'm just like to my sister, like, how you think I'm doing? How you think I'm doing? But I'm doing okay today. I feel good. I didn't do any yoga this morning. I was doing a lot of stretching yesterday. Yo, I still can't believe when I was stretching and opening up my hips. Like, I was sitting on my yoga mat yesterday and I'm so tight. Like, I'm a 45-year-old woman that has never done a split in my life. So it's like my muscles down there they're loose, looser than they've ever been, but I'm still super tight. So I'm like, damn, my thighs, my area here is super tight, super, super tight. And I'm like, damn, I'm trying to work that out so I can open up my hips because it's the exercise. When you open up your body and open up these muscles and have those muscles flowing smoothly, your personality and your life could change when you're like more fluidly, like, you don't have back pain. Like, I had a little back pain yesterday. I felt like when I stressed, that back pain started coming. So as I stretch and I'm on my mat and I'm doing my yoga moves, and I do this every day. I do this every single day. I don't never skip a beat. So when I'm out here doing my exercises and everything, I feel myself, my body, I can feel it. Even in my clothes, when I wear my clothes are lighter. And I'm not necessarily like trying to lose weight or anything, but I just feel my bones forming. Like, I'm molded and making my bones again by like doing yoga. My bones are just becoming more like, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing yoga for what now? 2, 3 years now. So, but I love it. I do. I love it. I love tapping into the yogis on YouTube. Because you have free exercises. They have free exercises on YouTube. Some of the exercises you do have to pay for, but most of those exercises and stuff, if you want to start off being a starter, it is it's free. So they have trainers on YouTube that will train you how to do stuff. Like, if you don't know how to breathe properly, because when you exercise, you have to know how to breathe properly. And I struggle with that too. I struggle with my breath. I struggle with how to breathe, and I struggle with a lot of stuff. So, but I'm learning on my own that how fluid my body is becoming because I exercise and I do it every day. And I feel good when I exercise and I'm on that yoga mat. I just feel amazing. Like, my body feels no stress. The stress just leaves because I'm not so tight anymore. My shoulders and my hips and everything is loosening up. So I love that. I love that. Because I'm telling you, a lot of stress and stuff can leave your body if you tap into it and start stretching those limbs and moving your body every day. Because some people was like, oh my God, my job, I'm walking every day. You have to do the exercise on your own time. It's fine that you walking at work every day and you're saying that's work, that's exercise for you, but I believe exercise is taking in that extra time to get off the sofa, put your phone down, and just go tap in. Because at work, you have to do it. It's like you have to exercise because you got to do your job. So you got to walk from one place to another. So yeah, a lot of steps and stuff at work. But when you're at home and you have a lot of downtime, put that extra time in. because that matters when you're trying to, keep yourself up and keep yourself in shape and keep yourself winded and everything. So that's just how I feel about it. Somebody else may feel differently, and I'm not bashing nobody, but I'm just telling y'all what I do to help me. I be getting pain, like pain in my neck, and I know when I get angry and I'm going through stress, I start to feel it in my body. So that's why I can't stress as much. I know, how can you not stress? How can anybody not stress? Life is hard, but that's what I do for myself. So I don't know. It works for me. Look at the birds. No, they're not birds. It's going to be a foggy day. I don't know if we're getting rain today, but I'm already kind of like, because I like to see the sun shining every day. I like to see the sun shining every day. I didn't get no coffee yet, y'all. I know. Got some oodles and noodles for lunch. Yeah, that's what I've been eating on. Oodles and noodles, honey. So the lady that's leaving, she was giving me a lot of her stuff. So I was like, girl, yeah, thank you. I'll take that. She be eating a lot of fruit and vegetables and stuff. And she's giving me a lot of her stuff that she had. I guess she don't want to take everything with her, but she let me like some cheese and stuff. I'm like, girl, thank you. Thank you. I don't have to spend no money on this. It's okay. Thank you. She left me some of these, like, and these are pretty good. The fiber. She put these on my rack on my in the refrigerator for me. And I was like, thank you, sis. Thank you. I appreciate it. I guess she don't want to take them all with her, but I was like, I gladly. You give me something for free? Thank you. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? I am on my way to work. The trolls say I don't have a job. I'm actually going to work for sure. Mm. Eating a slice of cheese. These are good. She gave me these for free. Fiber probiotic. And it has pineapples in it and I think oatmeal. Some kind of oats. She gave me some of her food. I'm like, she was like, oh, because I don't want to take it with me. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. But where I'm going today, I'm going to another location that I normally don't work in. And I really don't want to work here. But kind of is what it is. Good morning, everybody. It's today's Tuesday. Yeah, happy Tuesday. I always go back to work on Tuesdays because I had a 3-day week and I told you I called out on Saturday. How dare her? I called out on Saturday, which I know they was salty, honey. And I had a little going back and forth with one of the assistant managers. So that's not why I called out. I called out because I felt like a call out was coming. A call out was on the horizon for me. So, because I haven't called out of work in like, man, it's been so long. It's been a couple of months. I was like, ooh, I feel a call out coming, and I called out. And I'm like, listen, I'm going to utilize my time. I ain't no kid. I'm not a kiss ass at work. I'm going to utilize the time that I get. So my manager then was salty. I'm sure managers are salty when you call out. They don't like that. They want you to be in there and be a slave to them. I'm like, I ain't no slave to nobody. Slavery been over. I'm trying to find me a spoon. I know yesterday. I know when I was in Wawa yesterday, I got some spoons because I'm trying to eat my yogurt for breakfast. But I know I had a spoon yesterday. Are you called out today? I called out on Saturday, and time still went so fast, right? Boom, back to work. I didn't do anything. I was in the house chilling. I think I went out on a hike one of the days. I did absolutely nothing. So I was in the house. I don't have nowhere else to go. So I didn't do anything. It was on Valentine's Day, so I know they probably was like, "Oh, she called out." So, I have time. I can call out whenever I want, and I haven't called out in a long time. So I had a call out coming, baby. I'm not a kiss butt. Them people be at work kissing butt so bad, like, oh, I never call out. Well, good for you. I do. Oh, I never call out. Good for you, because I do. Call out, and I'm going to continue. I'm not going to change that. I don't kiss butt at the job. I talked to this other lady, and me and her kind of became good work buddies, right? And we were talking yesterday, actually Saturday, the day that I called out. I was talking to her on the phone, and she's my work friend, and we were just talking about the job, really. Stuff that goes on, because we can't really talk at the job too much because there'd be so many people listening, like so many monitoring spirits at work trying to see who's cool with who, and just so much mess goes on. So at work, you need a work bestie. And I believe God sent me a work bestie, because the girl, she's an older woman. She's older than me. Not much older, 5, 7, maybe 7 years older than me. But we have a good relationship because I think we're like around the same age. She's a really nice woman. And she like my work bestie because she's going through a lot of hardships herself in this job, because she's going through the hardships because of culture. The way the culture is set up there, when you start off as a new person, the culture, what is that? The culture is so messy. So they were like low key treating her bad. And me and her kind of connected with that. I said, listen, I said, when I started, they did the same thing to me. And they even put me on probation because the trainings and everything, the training sucks. They're supposed to train a new person for 2 weeks, and you're supposed to have all this information in 2 weeks. And then they try to compare you to other people, like saying, well, you should have got this. It's been 2 weeks. They did the same thing to me. I didn't pick up fast. I don't pick up too fast. I have to train for a while, especially when it's a lot of information. Like for training at my job, it's so much information. We have to have like a notebook and take our own notes. So they talk about her. And when she was new, I heard the things that they would say about her. But of course, I didn't go back and tell her. I'm not stirring no pot. Go for calling out. Amen. I love call outs. But they were bullying her low key as well. And I just felt bad for her because I went through the same thing. But I told her about the job. I said, yo, that's the culture. That's their culture, to bully and push you around. If you're not getting something the way they want you to get it, they don't like you. Some people may come in there and pick up on it with no problem. And some people may have a slower time in learning. And that was me. I was a slow learner. Because me, I got to do stuff a lot to really remember and stuff like that. So it's a lot of stuff, but their training is just crappy. They put out these managers to train people, and it's very stressful when the managers are training, because some of the managers don't have no patience for people. If you don't have no patience, you don't need to be a manager. You don't need to be managing if you have no patience for people. But if you're a manager, that means that you got to train people. You got to train the new people that come in, the new hires, and you have to have patience for that. So that's what I'm going through. Well, that's what the lady's going through at my job, and they're treating her like crap, you know. And she got me to talk to because I can relate, because they did the same thing to me, and they actually put me on probation. It was like another manager that was there when it was being trained, and they didn't like me, and they bullied me around too. And I got written up a lot. I have a whole stack of stuff and files about me. But the sad part is the manager that was before, he was very messy. All the managers stuck together. If it's somebody that they didn't like, because I wasn't picking up on all that stuff, I swear you get going to college. For what they pay us, everything that we need to know and just know, it's a lot. And they're not paying us for a lot. So most people are kind of like, whatever. And then the culture where I work at, they push us to help help wherever we working at, to do over and above. But you go to other locations, and some of them people that work in my position, they kind of like, no, ain't that your job? Some people in other areas are not doing so much, but over in this area, the culture that they put out is we must help everybody. But other locations, they kind of like, that's not my job, that's your job. And I like that that's your job culture. And I know y'all don't know what about that. The culture sucks at my place. It really sucks. It's very like bully esque. They bully you. Subtle. I'm a strong woman, mentally strong. Crap, you know, people that I really don't favor very much. When I see them to my desk, I try to act like I'm answering the phone or doing something because I don't want to be bothered with none of them. Because most of them are two faced, and they'll run so fast to throw you under the bus. Now I see why a lot of people are taking off these mental leaves, these mental. Everybody's taking off F. You leave. Oh, I'm stressed out. I'm taking off, which I understand. If you got to step away, but there's definitely something wrong with the culture there. But nobody cares. Nobody cares because as long as they're making money, they don't care about your spirit. I guess it's gonna be one of these dreary, nasty, foggy days. What the heck is going on? Morning, Dr. J. How are you? Good morning. Good morning for everybody. I didn't say good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing today? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my Tuesday live. If you guys have not thumbs up, can you give me a thumbs up, please? Ooh. The woman and her child. So she did say that she took her son to the pediatrician. As far as what happened, I don't know. She have to tell me. You know what I mean? She doesn't legally have to tell me, but the baby wasn't crying yesterday. I don't know what happened. I don't know what the outtakes were, but the baby seemed like he's okay. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna be crying like that again at some point. But I believe everything is okay because I know when you take a baby to a pediatrician, it depends on what kind of visit it is. I don't know what happened in there. But I did hear her talking to another girl, and she was trying to explain to the girl what happened. I didn't really hear every little thing, but she said she took the baby to the pediatrician. So I'm hoping she did because, like I said, if I hear that baby crying like that again, something more needs to be checked on. I'm just saying. And I was saying, like, it wasn't the fact that the baby was crying that annoyed me. The fact was the trauma that was in his cry is what made me upset. So she said she took him to the pediatrician yesterday. Of course, I have no proof of that. I'm not saying that you have to come up with proof that you took your own child to the pediatrician, but she said she took the baby to the doctor. Of course, they say something about his intake and what he's eating, his food or whatever, but I don't know what's going on. I just know that if I hear him crying like that again, it's something more, sis. Like, come on. Because I know if you take your child to a sick visit, like something's wrong with my kid, can you see my kid tomorrow? I know the pediatrician will open up, but they won't do a physical check of your whole entire body. Like the only time a pediatrician is going to check a child's entire body is if it's like a routine physical for a baby. So they'll take off your diaper, they'll check your diaper, and they'll check everything. But if it's like a sick visit, and I say, oh, my son might have, he's constipated, he might have some hard stools in him that's making them cry and stuff like that. I guess they'll push on the child's belly or feel around. I guess doctors can feel like, okay, I do feel some hardness over here. So I don't even know if she took them, to be honest, but I hope that she did, and I hope that everything's okay with the baby. Because I heard him crying like this before, and then he stopped for a while, and then he started up again. So I don't know what that is or what that could be, but I'm not saying that she has to let us know what's going on with her child. But I was very concerned about him because it saddened me because I don't want to see nobody hurting, especially no baby. He's a cute little boy. I mean, yesterday, he was walking around there. Everything seemed to be okay with him. But I hope that everything is okay with him. You know what I mean? But she said she took him to the pediatrician. But how do I know if she did it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I'm not saying that she has to show us that you took. You don't have to tell us anything. It's none of our business, really. But when I hear a child in agony, like they in agony, it is my business now. Because what's up? What's going on? So that would bother me. And I think yesterday she was thinking that I was more bothered at him crying. I didn't care if he was crying or not. It doesn't bother me when I hear a child crying. What bothers me is the sound of the cry that I'm hearing. Like, why is he crying like this? Because he sounds like he's hurting. And I just think her as a mom, if that was me and my child, and I had a little baby like that, I would have been throw that baby into the car, and we would have been driving to the nearest hospital. That's what I would have done. But some parents are different. You know what I mean? I would have just took my child right to the hospital, let him see a doctor, like a pediatrician, right away. So I'm not putting out no accusations. I'm praying and hoping the little baby is okay. But if I hear him crying like that again, I'm gonna probably have to be like, yo, like, you know, something ain't right here, lady. So maybe it was something in his diet, maybe it was something that he eat. But this cry, I've heard him cry like this before, and I've been at the house for a whole month. So what is that? That's not just, oh, his diet or he's constipated. If he's crying like that when you're wiping his diaper, okay. If he has a diaper rash, why does he have a diaper rash? Are you leaving diapers on him all day? Or are you not changing him? Like, what's going on? But again, if I hear that cry again, I'm probably gonna have to make a phone call, and I don't want to, but I will, because I'm gonna protect the children. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that anything is happening, and I'm hope that nothing is happening, nothing crazy is happening with this baby. But if I knew my child was crying like that, first of all, I'm going to record it so that I could, when I go to my doctor, I go to the hospital, I say, listen, my baby's crying like this. You know, what could this possibly be? Because he's crying like he's in agony. And I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Not that I don't want to hear it, it's just that I don't want to hear a baby cry like they're in agony. A baby crying for a milk bottle, a baby crying because they want to be changed is different. It's a different type of cry. But the cry that I heard from this baby was he was in so much pain. That's a pain cry in my head. So if I hear him like that again, it's gonna have to be something that something's going on with your child, honey, and I'm gonna really need you for you to be on top of that. Since you don't work, she sits around the house all day. Since you're not working, it shouldn't be a problem with you trying to figure out what's wrong with your child. I don't know if they have to X-ray his stomach, like something. As a mom, I would have been all up on that. I'd have been all up on that. But everybody's different. Like I said, everyone is different, and some mothers just don't really be caring like that. They just be like nonchalant. But the lady's not working, so there's no reason for you to not. There's no reason that you shouldn't find out why your child is screaming like that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm eating this other probiotic. I like me a good morning shift. Because when I get a morning shift, I get to get off early. I can go home and take a nice shower. And one thing I don't like, the house is always cold. The house is always like drafty and cold. I do not like that. They like the house drafty and cold. Like when I'm sleeping at night, I don't mind the draft and the cold and the chill. But when I'm up in the morning trying to move around, get in the shower, get myself ready for work, I would like it to be like a nice warm environment. I'm gonna have to pick up me a space heater. But watch, as soon as I buy the space heater, watch it cools off. As soon as I buy a space heater, then it's gonna get warm. I got a space heater at work that I can get, but sometimes I be needing that space heater at work. I don't know, y'all. Life is strange. Life is very strange. I gotta get me some coffee when I get closer to the job, but I know I look crazy, but I don't care. Y'all know I don't care how I look. I know I care how I look when I go to work. Like when I go to work, I have my hair back in a ponytail, right? So I work in a corporate setting, so I wear my hair always back in a ponytail. That's just how I wear it. I don't wear my hair down really much, but I have my natural hair, so yeah, I'm a natural hair girl. Yeah. But I'm so ready for spring, man. I really am. That beautiful lake is still iced over. The beautiful lake is still iced over. I haven't seen anybody ice skating though. I don't think it's been that cold. Well, it's been cold. It has been definitely cold. But I haven't seen any kids get on these lakes yet. We don't want no lake accidents where somebody falls through the ice. You don't definitely don't want that because you fall through that ice, you're gonna be on in that ice. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm tired. Gotta get me some coffee. Gotta get me some coffee. I put that rubber band around my phone because my phone is gonna fall. The way that it's mounted is gonna fall. But yeah, like I said, I do appreciate y'all because y'all be going back watching my live videos. Like a lot of people go back and be saying stuff about my videos. They listen to them, and I'm just like, oh my god, y'all really be listening to my videos. Like even if you're not here for the whole live, people will actually go back and they'll talk about things that I said in the video, and I'm like, yo, y'all really be watching my stuff. I'd be like so grateful, like, oh my god, you guys are watching. I appreciate that. Y'all be watching and y'all be listening to the things that I be saying. People really be saying stuff in my videos, and I be like, Dag, I said that towards the end of the video. Really? You listening to the whole thing? I be seeing the people come back, like, I listened to your whole video, and this is what I have to say. Like, I love the communication. I'm ready for spring as well. I'm sick of this weather. I at least wish the sun was out. Now, if the sun was out, the sun warms things up a little bit, but it's a foggy, nasty day. It's a lot of fog out here. And I'm like, I think that's another reason why I feel like I'm like not depressed because I don't know what depressed is. I say I be having like anxiety. Sometimes I feel like I can't breathe. And sometimes I'm just overwhelmed. I feel like I be overwhelmed with everything that's going on in my life and everything that I'm like, everything that's going on in my life, everything that I need to do, everything that I'm responsible for. I'm responsible for a lot of stuff. So I just be over it sometimes. Like, I be over it sometimes. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I be over life sometimes. Not over life in a bad way, but I be tired, mentally drained. I be mentally freaking drained, honey. Mentally drained. But God has a plan for my life, and I trust that plan, and I believe that everything is going okay with my life. Um, I just wish I'm just over the housing situation. I can't wait until I just gotta get my own place. I can't wait. And I really, honestly, I don't want to leave this place and go to an extended stay. I'd rather leave this house and go to my own apartment. But I'm a little scared to go to the apartment again. I'm a little nervous about it. And I'm a little nervous about like picking up a second job because I don't want to work a second job. I feel like me having a second job is just going to physically break me, like mentally break me down. I don't want to. But I'm only going to work this second job like 3 nights a week. But I'm still going to be super duper tired because I be super duper tired now. Like when I work my 9 to 5 today, and I be leaving at 5, yo, I be so freaking drained because I'm looking at a computer for 8 hours a day. I'm answering questions on the phone. I'm communicating and talking to people. I'm trying to get things done at work. And it be a lot sometimes, man. It really be a lot. It really be a lot. It's too early for me to take vacation days. I'm not gonna really use my vacation like fall. When I took my vacation last year, I I took the whole week off, including my off days, right? So I think I took my vacation. My vacation started. I come back to work on a Monday. Well, I come back to work on Tuesday after being off on Sunday. Sunday and Mondays are my off days. So I take my vacation days. My vacation days start when I'm supposed to go back to work. So I usually go back to work on Tuesday. So I took my vacation day all the way from Tuesday all the way until the next pay week. I took off the 5 days and then I had another 2 days. So I had five. I had like 10 days of vacation off, and I got paid for it. And at that time, I was living at the homeless shelter, and I got a lot of stuff done that I needed to do, like with storage. I think during my vacation time, I moved my storage from one storage to the next. So I was able to pack up my stuff. I didn't really have a lot of stuff, but I did have a lot of stuff. It wasn't really a lot. Like, it was stuff that I had to move, but it wasn't like couches, sofas, mattresses. It wasn't stuff like that. It was like bins, stuff for my soap business and all that. And that's a whole nother thing, the soap business. I got to get that together because it's going to be getting warmer. So I'm going to take advantage of the warm days that we have coming up. I think next week or something, the end of this week is supposed to get like up in the 40s. So I'm going to go there and see what I have and see what I need to buy and start making my soap because I have to. There's no, I have to start my soaps again. The thing about soaps is when you make natural soaps, it takes 30 days for the soaps to cure for me to sell them to anybody. So it would take 30 days for me to make the soap, then cure the soap. That takes another 30 days. And I want to be able to get into these festivals and everything that be happening in the spring and summer. And it's coming up soon. Like the festival season is almost upon us. So I might miss it this season. I might have to jump back on it, but it's a lot going on, man. I want to join the festivals because the festivals you can go out and that's how you get a lot of your customers and it's just a lot. It's a lot I got going on because if I start my soaps and I have my YouTube stuff, I might not even need to have a second job. But I like to have the second job as like a extra crutch of money, like some money over here that I have. Then if my soap business, because I made a decent amount of money when I had my soap business before, but the only reason I had to stop my soap business was because I was evicted and I couldn't run my business without having a stable apartment. But I was pretty successful in my soap business. Like successful, I made a decent amount of money in the time that I had the business open. So, and I'm trying to better that. I'm wanting to better that business. It's a lot of things I didn't do with that business, but I'm focused on running it the proper way. And it's ran the proper way right now. Like I have my tax ID numbers and I have all that stuff. But now I want to get my business credit for my business and work on that. And I want to do some other things. So it's like so much stuff that I want to do, but it's just so much. But just know I'm trying, like I'm working on stuff behind the scenes and trust me, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. But yeah, y'all, it's a lot. It is a lot of work to do. But I'm ready for it. Like I love making my soaps. I have a business that I really enjoy. Like it's life can be a lot easier for you if you start a business and you're doing something that you love. Like I didn't go into making soap bars because I thought I was going to make $1 million from it. I went into it because I myself wanted to go into like holistic stuff, like natural soaps and natural things that we could put on our skin. Like I stopped using deodorant 7 years ago. I haven't used a deodorant out of a store in 7 years. I don't even wear deodorant every day. But when I do make deodorant, again, I make my own deodorant. Put away them chemicals. You know what I'm saying? All that Dove deodorant, degree, and all that stuff is filled with so many chemicals that people are putting in their skin. So when you put deodorant under your armpits, that go right into your bloodstream. So all those chemicals over the years that we've been using deodorant, it's not healthy for you. So I just started, I said, let me start my own business because people was asking me, oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? I said, these are my natural skincare products that I make. I make deodorant, lotion, and soap. But when I started again, I'm only going to just focus on the soap right now. But I of course, I got to make my own lotion. I made my own lotion, my own face lotion, my own lotion for my body. 2 or 3 ingredients for the whole thing, not 10. If you look at a lotion bottle, go to Walmart and grab a lotion. Turn around and look at the ingredients on the back of it. How many ingredients do y'all see on the back of a lotion bottle? What, 10 or 15? That's not. I was like, I don't want to be putting this crap on my. Some things are unavoidable. Some things we have to use, but a lot of things don't have to use. All the chemicals we put in our skin and things that we ingest and things that we eat, we can stop a whole bunch of these diseases and stuff that we're getting, that we're picking up on. So I was like, I'm going to start making my own soaps because even in soap bars, they put a lot of chemicals in soap bars. A lot of chemicals are in soap bars. You don't need that. So that's when I started my business, and I started it just for myself, and I was making soaps for me and my family. And then I was like, oh, I can make a business out of this, and I started my business, and I mainly focused on a soap bar that's unscented that people can use that have sensitive skin and people that have eczema. The soap bars that I make with the eczema has oatmeal in it and everything like that, so it's great for babies. It has a beautiful lather, and it has natural oils and butters, shea butter, coconut oil, all types of natural oils that we can use on our skin to make a soap bar, and that's what I did. And I love my soap, and I can't wait to get back to making that. I remember the days when I was in my apartment, and I would go and make some soap. I would be so at peace making that soap, putting the ingredients. I had my own little recipes and stuff. I would just be at peace making the soap because I love doing it. So when you find something that you love doing, it's different. It's a different feeling. You know what I mean? So, but y'all gonna see one day. Once I put my website up, you have YouTube fans. Yes, I'm so ready for spring, and you guys are still here watching me. I appreciate y'all for following my stories and just listening to me talk or rant. Sometimes I'm on here and I feel like crappy, and sometimes I feel really upbeat. Some days I feel like today I feel kind of average. So, but I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all really be here for me. Y'all really be here for me. So I know when my soaps and stuff come out, I know that y'all gonna be like here to support. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna be here to support me. And if I could, like, that's why I don't ask for donations. I don't ask people for money, but I say, hey, if anybody wanted to ever support me, you have the Cash App there and you have this. So I never ask for money, but when I have my soaps, I have something to give you. You know what I'm saying? You can support me in that way because I have something to offer you. I have something to give you and something that's going to benefit your life. So like I said, when I start my soaps again, I want to do a giveaway for everybody to say thanks. I want to do a giveaway with like probably 3 people, 3 or 4 people, maybe 5, but it depends. But I want to do a giveaway, and I want to send some of my soap stuff off to like some of my subscribers just to say thank you. So that's going to happen when I get my stuff up and started. I'm going to definitely do a giveaway. It's going to be a random giveaway, but it's going to have to be somebody that's been watching me since this started. And I know some people came in when I was in the shelter, the second shelter. So you have to be watching me most of this journey. I have to see that you've been subscribed to this channel for at least the last 6 months. At least the last 6 months, you would have to be a subscriber of my channel. And I can see that in my analytics, who's been here and how long you've been here. So you have to have been subscribed to my channel at least the last 6 months to be, because I'm going to do a giveaway when I make my soaps, and I'm going to give some things away to people that have been here for me. I got to give back, right? We have to give back. So if you've been here on this journey, I would say at least the last 6 months, you would be in that. But if you've been here like 1 week and you say you want to be in a giveaway, you're not going to be. I'm only going to pick the people that's been here the last 6 months of my journey. I could even push it a year, but I'm gonna give it a six. I'm gonna give it the 6 month mark, because if you've been here for 6 months, there's some things that you know about me. I know you said this, or I know you said that. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do a giveaway. But when I get my soap stuff, I'm gonna be giving away some soap to people, but it's gonna only be people that's been here for me. So that's been here the last 6 months, and I can see in my analytics, like I can go behind the screen and see how long someone's been following me and how long you've been subbed to my channel. At least the last 6 months. I would give it 5, 6 months. That means you know my whole this whole journey of homelessness, and you've been here for a while. So, and I can see that. I can see who's been here, and who just kind of popped in, or we can see the people that pop in frequently, and we can see the people that don't, and that's okay because everybody has a life. But I wouldn't do a giveaway to somebody that's only been watching me for 1 month. But I'm gonna see. I gotta see how I'm gonna do that too. So it's gonna happen. When, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna give any dates, but I would say in the next 3 months, I would give it the next 3 months. So yeah, I'm excited. When we get a warm day, I'm gonna go right to my storage, and we going in there. I'm gonna set up my table and see how I can set up some electricity. They do have a socket there that I can make the soap in my storage, but they don't have an outlet. So I have to probably buy me another. Um, I gotta probably buy me another battery operated. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. I'm trying to see. I need to figure out my blender. I have a mixer, right? Y'all know the hand mixers. So I need to have my hand mixer able to use that. I don't think my hand mixer is going to sync with this little jackery that I have. I think I need to get a bigger jackery, like a bigger power bank, to be able to use that jackery. If I can use that jackery in my storage, I can run my soap business inside my storage container and nobody would know. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I can't do it in the house. I could do it in the house, but I don't want the girls all in my business like that. I could do it, but I don't want them all in my business. Because most of the time when you live in traditional housing or transitional housing like I live, it's always somebody in the house. And somebody always going to be curious. If I go in the kitchen and start making soap, they're going to be like, oh, what's that? You know what I mean? I don't want them all in my business. Like, I don't even go in the kitchen and really cook like that because I don't want people all in my business. So, I, I'm going to do my soaps inside my storage container because I'm already paying for it every month anyway. So, we're going to set up. I already have a spot set up for my soaps. I just have to gather all my ingredients to see everything that I have, and we gonna make the soap in there. And then when I make it, the soap can cure right there in the storage container. And soaps that I'm not able to cure because it's gonna eventually get hot, so I don't want to have my soaps in there like sweating and stuff like that. But yeah, we gonna start that business right there inside that soap container, right there inside my storage container because I can't do it at the house. I just can't. There's too many girls there. If they hear me blending something, they're gonna be like, "Oh, what's that?" People are nosy. And if they see I'm making money, then they're gonna be like, people don't be liking when you making money, so they don't like to see you making some extra dough. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make a way out of no way. So we gonna make a way out of no way. I'm not gonna just sit around and let the world beat me up, honey. If I need to go get some money, I'm gonna go get some money. If I need to go get some money, I'm gonna go get some money. I'm not gonna sit around and be crying and complaining all day. There's plenty of things that we can do to make money. Plenty of things. Do I want to get a second job? No. Do I need to get a second job? Yeah, until my soap business jump off again. And when I get my soap business, then I have to constantly keep up with making the soap. Because when I get my customer base, I have my customers from last time. They still questioning me, when you gonna start making the soaps again? I said soon. Says soon. It's coming. It's a lot going on when you work full time and still trying to find another part time job. It's just so much going on. But the economy is so bad, and things are so expensive that you need to have like 7 different hustles out here. Sad, but that's my life. I ain't gonna sit around and complain about it. And it's so crazy because the guy that sold me this car, they trying to get me in another car. I'm like, bro, I don't want another car. I don't want another car. They were trying to get me into another car that I have now, like a newer model, which is great. But I'm not trying to have a car payment for the next 7 years. No. They trying to get me another car. I said no. I don't even have time or space now. If my life was more relaxed, I probably would take the car. But my life is not relaxed right now. I'm living on survival mode, man, and I hate living on survival mode. I don't like living on survival, but that's what I've been living for a long time, just surviving. Surviving. I think a lot of people are living on that, but it sucks to live on survival mode. It's not fun at all. I don't know if it's ever going to like. I don't know if my life is ever going to slow down, man. I don't know. But most of my problems that I have now are my own fault, so I can't shun nobody. I don't shun nobody for the things that I've done. I did a lot of crap. I did some stuff in my life that I just be like, wow, why'd you do that? Why would you do something like that? I'm gonna get some coffee. I think it's a Wawa up here. If it's not, I'm gonna have to go to this other Wawa. But I made some mistakes, man. I really made some mistakes in my life, and I'm cleaning it up. And I'm like, Dad, I'm getting older. And as you age, things just get older. You just get older, and things get a little bit harder. I gotta take care of my health, make sure I stay fit, make sure I keep up on my health. And I'm getting older now. I'm like, Dad, I'm older now, and I'm still going through, or I'm going through these problems. I wish I could have did this when I was in my 20s. I wish I did this. No, let's not wish what we would have did. Just do it. I don't want to focus on the fact that I'm aging and I'm getting older, and now things are getting a little bit harder. But I'm physically okay. But I still have to always look at my health and make sure that I'm okay health wise. So it could be a lot. It can really, really be a lot. A lot of burdens, a lot of whatevers. But I'm gonna stop at Wawa up here and get me a coffee because I deserve it. There's just a lot going on, man. And this is my life, like as a single woman out here trying to figure it out on her own. And, I'm not out here looking for a relationship, but I'm not against it. If someone finds love, that's a great thing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not against it, but I'm not out here looking either because people be coming here telling me, oh, you should get a husband and all this stuff. I said, I should go get a husband. I'm not trying to get into my situation has nothing to do with the man. I'm so happy that what I'm going through has nothing to do with the man, honey. Nothing. It's not no bad relationships, not a divorce, not anything like that. So I'm blessed in that fact. I'm blessed that my drama in my life ain't got nothing to do with no man. I'm blessed, and I'm blessed for that. Very blessed in that atmosphere. What happened to the lady and the baby? The lady said she took her baby to the pediatrician yesterday. So I'm hoping that everything is going to be okay with the baby. Because if I hear the baby crying like that again, child, I'm going to have some problems. I She said she took the baby to the pediatrician. I don't know if she did or not. It's not really her job to check in with me. I'm not her boss, but I'm hoping that I don't have to hear that baby feeling like that baby was feeling with the agony cries and stuff. She said she took her, so I don't know if she did or not, but I hope she did. I hope everything with that'll be okay. I don't know what the outcome was. I did hear her yesterday talking to another lady about, oh, the doctor said for me to do this. So I don't know if it was a constipation thing, but to me, it didn't seem or sound like anything to do with constipation, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm not the mother of the child, so I was basically just a concerned party in the house because I heard a child seeming like they were screaming in agony. But I don't know what the outtakes was. I can't ask her because it's not my thing to ask. But I did hear a lady yesterday inside the house saying about what the details were. Sometimes I feel like I don't believe it. I don't even know if she went for sure. I mean, how do we know? She says she went. All we got is what she said she did. Do I think she took the baby? I don't know. I can't prove it. And again, it's not my child. And I can't really come ask her, like, but I did hear her saying something yesterday about, oh, I did take him to the pediatrician yesterday. She says she did it. Did she do it? I don't know. Do I think she did it? I don't know. Because I'm just trying to figure out why your baby, when you wiping his behind, does he got diaper rash? Like, what's going on? Is it diaper rash or is it something else? Like, I'm concerned at the cry that he was doing. My baby was crying like that. I'm sorry, as a mother, I would have been on the first train or ambulance to the ER. That's what I would have did. But every mother don't be thinking like, every mother don't think on the same level. You know what I mean? I would have took my kid right to the hospital, like right away. Thank you. I would have just took the baby. But I don't know. I hope the baby is okay. But like I said, if I hear that baby crying like that again, it's something deeper going on. She explained a little bit. I went took the baby to the pediatrician, but
Does any of us know if she really took that baby to the doctor? None of us knows that because we wasn't with her. So I don't know what she was doing because nobody was really home to even verify if you even took the baby to the doctors. Like, none of us know. And I hope the baby is okay. And I'm not assuming or saying anything, but the way I heard that cry coming from that baby was in agony in some kind of way. And it didn't sound like she was in the room hitting the baby or anything like that. But the baby just seemed like maybe constipation. But the baby has done that before. Like, if this is constipation, and I've been living in that house for a whole 30 days, and I heard the baby crying like that before, like he was in agony, and you had your baby constipated for 30 days, and you just now taking your baby to the doctor. Yesterday, she said she took the baby to the doctor. I don't know if she did it or not, but it's questionable in my head. But I also still have to kind of mind my business. But if I'm concerned about a child that I feel like something's up with him, I don't know. I don't know if I believe that story. But I'm hoping that that's the case. I'm hoping that she wasn't really saying nothing. She basically was saying the doctor said change his diet. But the baby was been crying like that over 30 days. I've been there over 30 days now, so he's been crying like that for a while. But I don't know. I guess we just have to see. Like, if I hear him crying like that again, sis, I'm gonna have to call somebody so they can check on the baby and see what's going on, because I don't know. She didn't really say what it was. Especially when she's wiping him. When she's wiping his butt and he pooped, he starts screaming and crying like he got a diaper rash or something. So if your son is screaming and crying like that when you're wiping him, something is off. Are you letting him stay in dirty diapers? Like, she doesn't work, so she's in there. She's at the house all day with her baby. So you have plenty of time to, nurse him back to health or get the doctors involved or the pediatricians or whatever. So I don't know, man. And I think she was annoyed that she thought I was annoyed the fact that her son was crying. I wasn't annoyed the fact that he was crying. I was annoyed the fact that this baby is screaming like he's in so much pain and you're not doing anything about it. That's what I'm annoyed about. But it's 8:11. I got a good time. I got good timing. I'm gonna go ahead and get some coffee. You guys check my car, please. I'm gonna go get me some coffee. Let me go get some coffee, darling. Let me go get some coffee, darling. I hate coming to Wawa because you just be having everybody up in here. You know what I'm saying? All types of people just be popping out at Wawa. Let me go get some coffee, darling. But I'm going to keep the phone running. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get me some coffee, okay? Throw my trash away. I'm back. 20 people still here. Oh my god, you guys must love me. You guys must love me. I really do appreciate y'all being here. I'm so thankful that I built a community. Built my little community over here. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I really do. So I'm in Wawa just too long for my own good. Like y'all know I don't like being around people like that. The line was just long. I was just like, oh god. That's why I usually make coffee at the house. I didn't get up early this morning. I don't like being around a lot of people. You're like, oh god, I wish I could just walk out of here. I don't like being around a lot of people, especially at Wawa. Like when I was at the shelter, the first shelter I was at, I would get like be on the road at like 4:30, 5 something in the morning to be out the way. Go to Wawa early. You go to Wawa at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Really, nobody's in there like that. But I don't buy coffee at Wawa really much anymore because number one, it's too expensive every day. If I spend, say, if I bought coffee Monday through Friday, because I don't drink coffee every single day, but I do like to have it a couple days out the week. So if I drink coffee every day, some people drink coffee 7 days a week. You spending over $20 for coffee. Good morning. How you doing, Joanna? Hi, Lisa. Linda, Lisa. How you doing? You still sleeping or just being private? What do you mean? I don't understand. You rewatch, but I put you on my TV and listen. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I noticed that you guys have been really listening to my live streams like after, because some people say, "Oh, I missed the live. They can't come in and watch the regular live." So y'all really be listening in on me. I'm like, "Dang, they saying stuff that I said at the end of the video, or saying things that I was saying in the middle of the video, or whatever." So I do know that y'all be listening to my stuff. Y'all don't just be coming for 5 seconds, saying something, and then leaving. I mean, some people do that, and it is what it is. Because I do that sometimes. If it's a creator that I really like, and it's a lot of YouTubers that I watch and I enjoy, when you enjoy a creator, you will go and watch them. If you don't see them anymore, you'll seek them out. You looking for them. Like if they got other channels, you trying to find that person that you like to listen to. So I have YouTubers that I watch that I've been watching for years. And if I don't hear from them in a certain amount of time and I don't see no videos, I'm looking for them. Like, where you at? Where you at? And I look at the comments and everybody else is saying where you at. So when you build a community on social media and people like you, they're going to be looking out for you. They will definitely be looking out for you. People listen to my whole videos and I do live streams. My live streams be at least an hour and some people really be listening to that whole live stream. And I just be so grateful. Like, wow, y'all really be, some people really look out for me. And I really appreciate that because I see it. You know what I'm saying? I look at my analytics and I see it. I see the support. I see the love. I see the kindness that people be putting out. Like y'all don't even have to see me not one donation. I'm not worrying about donations. I'm just worrying about the engagement and I want people to understand like what my life was when I went through homelessness. I'm not here to bash anybody, but I'm here to talk about my experience and, you know, what I went through in the shelter, what I went through the eviction, the pain and hurt that I experienced from my family members that I thought would never turn their back on me the way they turned their back on me. I had one of my sisters say, she texted me the other day through Instagram and she was like, "Oh, you have mail." I had mail at a specific sister's house, and I don't really talk to that sister anymore. So she said I had mail there, and I'm like, "No, you could just throw it away. You could shred it for me." So she was just kind of like, "Hey, how you doing?" Kind of short with me a little bit. So they all know that I don't deal with y'all. Like whatever mail I have that comes to the house, you could just toss it. Like I'm good. I'm good. But one day I know that you may not be good, and you may need my help. But that's the journey, and that's what I talk about: losing, loss, eviction, homelessness. I still look at homeless videos, even though I'm not really technically homeless anymore. I still watch the homeless videos because, like I said, when I get myself together the way I want to get myself together, I'm going to give back to the homeless community because people that's homeless, they need all the support that they can get. Whether you think they're homeless because they're drug addicts or prostitutes or whatever, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Good morning. How are you? Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I really built this up for myself. Like that night that I got in my car, I told y'all, I said, God told me to get up and record the process. And I'm glad I did.
because people really be coming back watching my stuff. They really support, they really like, and they really share, and they're really commenting. And in certain comments, you could tell that people really listen to the whole video, you know? So when we see stuff like that and you do social media, it's not a fluff scene over here. Like I don't make fluff videos. I don't make videos, aesthetically pleasing anything. This is just who I am. I don't have to put on 20 pounds of makeup to come on this social media platform. Like I don't have to do any of that. I'm just myself. And I'm not gonna lie, some YouTubers I watch are a little fluff, but I'm not a fluff YouTuber. I'm not a fluffer. So I do watch some people that are fluff, and some people just have that fluff aesthetic. That's what they like to do. That's what they like to put out, like fresh and clean stuff. That's fine. Their whole house got to be set up for social media. That's the people who really do social media full time, and they got to have that whole aesthetically pleasing thing because they have brands that they work with. So I understand the fluff too. I really do understand the fluff lifestyle, but over here, there's not gonna be no fluff. Not yet. Maybe one day it'll be fluff. When I get my own place, maybe I can make my place fluffy for y'all. So, but people like fluff, They only do fluff stuff, like their fluffy house and everything's white. They do that because those are the YouTubers that are working with these brands. They get brand deals. So they gotta have that fluffy background. So I understand. I really do. I used to watch a lot of makeup videos when I was a little bit younger, watching a lot of makeup videos, and I would see the fluff backgrounds that these girls would have, and they I understand now that these people were working with big brands. Like brands would send them makeup, and brands would pay them to do stuff, and that's what they did. That's what they got paid for. And no shade being thrown there. If you're getting paid from a brand, you have to present yourself. Like I go to work every day, and I work in what I do. I have to present myself in a certain kind of way, and that's exactly what I do. I have to come to work, and I have to be fluffed up. I don't look fluffed up now, but I just have to be professional, uh, casual, because casual, conservative. That's how you have to kind of dress at my job, and that's what I do. So I don't look like this when I go to work. I can't. They're gonna tell me to go home. You don't look. No, you're not fluffed. So I gotta fluff myself for work, and I understand the people that got to do fluff scenes because they're working with brands. Some people be out here working with Nike, like big, big brands, and I understand it. I really do understand. That place is still for rent. Oh no, it's not for rent anymore. Somebody grabbed that place. Okay. Okay. I got my coffee finally. And I made it out the house just in time. I got good timing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, Queen. I think people would be like, where is she if she disappeared? Yeah. I'm not going to disappear. If I disappear, y'all know I'm in jail. But I'm not going to jail. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't disappear. I've been on YouTube for a very long time. Um, Sometimes I do take off. I do step back. If I step back, y'all don't see me for a day or so, just know I need a mental break. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot going on in my life, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I be mentally drained and tired of life. Go through stuff at the house. I go through stuff at work, and I'm still trying to get things done. And it's a lot, but I'm doing so well. Like I'm proud of myself because I'm doing really good. I pat myself on the back and I hug myself every day. Like, sis, you're doing a good job. I hug myself. I love on myself. I massage my arms and I just rub on myself and say, "You're doing good." It feels good when I do it. But I just let my body know I'm okay. Like we okay, we okay, we're okay. We gotta breathe. But it's a lot living on survival mode because that's what I live on. I'm living on survival. And a lot of people out here living in survival. Even men, it's not survival mode is not just a woman thing, right? Survival mode can be any human being that's living in survival. To me, my opinion of survival mode is you are just working to survive, working to keep a roof over your head, working to, and we all are living like that right now, I would say. It's not just a survival mode living, it's not just a woman thing. It's just a human thing. And anybody, a man could be living in survival mode, and he got a whole wife at home because he's providing for the whole family and he might be stressed out too. Like men get stressed out too. Men feel too, like you know what I mean? But survival mode labelly is only labeled from what I hear. It's only people think it's only just a woman thing. No, it's a human thing, survival mode. And I've been living on survival mode for a long time, just trying to survive, trying to pay the bills. And that gets, you get burnt out with living like that. But what can you do? What else can you do? Most of us are living in survival mode because we have to pay the bills. If you don't pay your rent, you're on the street corner. And when you're on the street corner, you can't stay there too long because people are going to tell you, you need to get away from, the police is out here harassing you. Like, so many homeless people are living in such terrible conditions. And I just feel so bad. Like, so many more homeless shelters need to be built. If I ever came into some money, just know I'm going to build a homeless shelter. Depending on what kind of money I come into, a homeless shelter needs to be like a new one. Not a homeless shelter that's been around for 200 years and the building is falling apart. Like, a new homeless shelter needs to be built. Because even the homeless shelter I was at, those places are so old and beat up. The homeless shelter I was in, the first one I was in, is old as heck, like old and rotted out building. Which I'm grateful that the homeless shelter even exists, but somebody with some money needs to come through and build some more shelters for homeless people and have programs set up for these homeless people. Okay, if you're on drugs, you need to get yourself cleaned up. I believe that they need to force these people to get off of drugs, get off the streets and get off of drugs, and they need forced treatment. Like, they put people in prison that commit crimes. If you're on drugs and you're high out on the streets all day and you leaned over, but the thing is, the government don't want you. They don't want those type of people to survive life. They want them to die out because they know eventually that they're going to overdose anyway. So that's what the government wants. That's what the powers that be want the addicts out in the streets, and they want you slumped over. They want y'all because they know it's only a certain amount of time before you end up deceased. So that's why they are okay with the drug epidemic that's going on in these cities. They're okay with seeing people slumped over. They're okay seeing someone with um, the drugs eating away at their skin. They're okay with seeing that. They're not trying to help those people because they already look at them as being nobodies. They're gonna be deceased soon anyway because most of them overdose and they just go pick up the body, send it to the morgue, and burn it because you don't have anybody to come and claim your body. Most of the homeless people out there that's on drugs like that, their family, if they had family, their families left them a long time ago. Or their families could have been trying to save them, but they didn't want to be saved because they was addicted to a drug. In my heart, I think they should be forced to get clean. But I guess that would be a lot of money too, to force these people into rehabs and force, I guess you can't force anybody to do anything, right? But like I said, the end objective to the addicts out here in the world, they want those addicts to stay on drugs because they want them deceased. They want them addicts to perish in the streets. They want that. They don't want to help them addicts because they don't want them off the drugs because they know eventually they're going to OD anyway. They're not trying to help those addicts out there. And it's so heartbreaking to see it, but I like watching it because it's bringing awareness. I don't ever want to see myself like that. So guess what? I'll never pick up a drug like that. Of course, I smoke some weed in my day, but I don't even smoke weed anymore. For what? Everything is filled with so much other synthetic chemicals. You don't know what you're smoking. So weed is not even weed anymore. You can't smoke a joint anymore and be aware that it's real weed. Like, everything's filled with so much. It's just, you just don't never know what you're getting. So that's enough to scare me to say, hey, the only thing I'll do is have me a drink here and there because at least I know if I go into a liquor store, the bottles are sealed up. Have me a casual thing of wine sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But the addicts out here, they not trying to get those addicts off the streets. They don't want those addicts to get clean. They want them to perish in the streets. They want them deceased. They're not trying to help them because if they was helping them, they cleaning the streets. The people out here living in tents and everything like that, you do have some people that are homeless that live out in the street. They could live in a tent, they could live in the woods that are not addicts. So everybody that's out here homeless are not addicted to drugs. That's not everybody's story. So just know this. That's not everybody's story. But God is in front of it all, man. God got me. God is watching over me. God is keeping me, and I continue to pray on my knees, like, Lord, please protect me from the terrors by night, nor for the arrows that flies by day, because these demons be out here trying to destroy everything in your path. But life is stressful enough. Stressful enough, and living in survival mode is not fun. Not fun at all. But I'm taking care of myself the best way I can, and I gotta provide for self. I gotta take care of myself. I have to provide. I have to make sure that I have a roof over my head. Because if it was up to me, I would leave society and just go live on the road and try to figure out social media and make money off that, and just not even go to a business to work for anyone. Because I'm tired of working for people because they treat you like crap anyway. Drinking soda, I'm drinking coffee, and I'm still sitting here ready to go to sleep. Still drinking coffee, still ready to go to sleep. I now feel like I want to take a nap. I left the house this morning at like 7:05, I believe it was. I believe it was like 7:05. So I left the house enough that most of the girls were still in the bed. Of course, nosy Nancy was up early. Y'all know that. Y'all know she was up early. She gotta be waving to everybody. I just don't understand how people can have the audacity to sit on their bum behinds all day and stay by the people going to work, come home. I go to work, good night, have a good day. I come to work, she's sitting on the couch. Hey, how was your day? Like, girl, how was your day? Did you go find a job today? Did you go look for employment? Wow, I just don't get it. So one of the girls that's leaving, she actually don't like her because she checked her. She said, "Why aren't you working?" She's like, "Don't you have to have a job to be living here?" So she don't like that woman because that woman kind of put her in check. And I was just looking like, "Ooh, she's kind of right. She's not kind of right. She is right. You should have a job." But I don't understand. She's just lazy to me. Because I can guarantee you, if I took off work today, if I was sitting at the house right now, that lady is sitting on the couch. They're probably all sitting around talking. The ones that's not working today, they're all sitting around gossiping, talking about whatever they're talking about, looking at people's social media. I be hearing her in there talking about she's the ringleader. She's so nosy and what everybody else is doing, but she's not doing nothing for her damn self. I said, wow, if you could put all that energy that you sitting around here looking at other people's social media platforms, the people that's actually getting up doing stuff with themselves every day, if you could put that energy into yourself, you'd be a beast. You really would be a beast. You really would be a beast, a beast, a beast. You really would be a beast, beast, beast. She would be a beast, man. She really would, cause she be so busy and everybody else. I be seeing her. I be hearing her out there, looking at people's Facebook. So this is what she left on Facebook, and she plopped down on the couch and just chill. I said, girl, you got a little baby. You shouldn't be sitting around just chilling, honey. She and her making excuses about a daycare. If you're on welfare, they're gonna pay for daycare for your child. So daycare and all that stuff, they're gonna help you pay for that. But she don't really want to, so and nobody's really pressuring her. So that's why she probably sits the way she does. Because if she had a job, if she had a place that she had to be at every day, she wouldn't be sitting there doing the stuff that she be doing. Good morning, Dr. J. Oh, good morning, Rhonda. Rhonda's back. Is it my phone? Or it's probably glitching. If it's glitching, I can't tell. The only people that can tell about the glitch is you. So she's a lame and lazy. You talking about my roommate, the girl that I stay in the house with, or you talking about me a lame and lazy? Who you talking about is lame and lazy? You're talking about myself? See, I don't know who y'all talking about. He might be talking about me, but I don't know. I can't really call it. I hope you're not saying I'm a lame and lazy because I'm actually going to work today. You understand me? Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? But yeah, it's sad. It's sad. The lady, she just lazy, man. That's just all you can really say about it. She's a lazy woman, and she's 40 something years old. She's around my age. I think she said she was 44. So it seems like every time I'm around people, I'm always the oldest person in the room. But I digress on that. It seems like when you get older, you be the only older person in the room. But I think all the girls there are probably in their late 30s, early 40s, or whatever. So, but she just got every excuse in the book why she sit there and see. That's why the girl is moving out, and I don't blame her. If I had somewhere to go, I would move out too because I don't want to be in a house around a whole bunch of women that And there's really only one woman in the house that's not working. I think there's another chick that's supposed to be doing some kind of volunteer program. Like, I don't see much activity here going on, and it kind of sucks when you have to sit around people who's not motivated to do something with their lives. That's not fun to live around, because I just be looking at her like, girl, don't you get bored? Sometimes I'm off work. I didn't worked hard all week and I'm off work, and I be trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm bored. I start to get in my head and I like, oh my God, I gotta be doing something. It's like I get in my own head and then I start thinking like, wow, I need to be doing this or I need to be doing that. I see these black birds. So I guess they're crows. I wish I had something for them to eat and I don't. They said if you make friends with crows, they'll remember you or something. But them birds look extra strong, man. Them crows be looking strong. I be reading up on animals. One thing I do love is animals. I love animals. I love animals. I love animals. Love them, love them, love them. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Y'all always here for me. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I always wanted to say, I always wanted to say that I wanted to get like good morning. I think people would be like, where is she if she disappeared? Are you with family? So, okay, you're not You have a wonderful, productive day. Thank you. You too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Wow, I got 42 people here. Wow. Wow, y'all. Wow, wow, wow. My channel is growing every day. Growing every day. I don't have no lotion to put on my face. I'm just going to have to spray. And then I can put my makeup on. I don't do primer and all that stuff. I just don't. We don't do the primer and all that jazz.
Another 30 minutes, so I'm just sitting in this parking lot, chilling. We're just chilling. I still got a lot of time. Look at what other what that question is. I don't understand what that means.